he was young caused him to fall and he broke his tailbone. So that was the beginning of his war with the animal kingdom. After that, our cats, I don't know why just him, but our cats targeted him for surgical urine strikes. Surgical strikes. And to put it bluntly, they found a way to pee on his briefcase. And it made him so mad. They would come back for return visits. They had a frequent flyer program, I think. And so they would do that, and they had a hard time getting that smell out of there, and it was in their bedroom. Yeah. And he also, there's a type of bird in Colorado that was also his sworn enemy called the grackle. I don't know if you've heard of grackles. And he just hated them. Not sure why, but they were a pest, and they would come and eat cherries off of the cherry tree and things like that. And so he never missed with his BB gun. My dad, Tom, was also in the military. He was in the Navy, and he became a chief petty officer, enlisted man. I think that's one of the highest ranks you can get as an enlisted person. And after he came back from the Navy, he married Mom in 1954, right? My dad was also really protective of his family, and so I think Terry will tell you a little more about that. But it was his undying love for his family that drove him. You know, he never had a fancy car, I don't think, really. You know, and he made sure that Mom had the best car that worked well and everything. And I'm sorry, but I have to interject and tell a little story on Mom, if you don't mind. Even though this is more of a tribute to Dad. So when Dad was working at Loretta Heights, and Mom would take us they had privileges at the Loretta Heights swimming pool. So you know where that is, on Federal and I think Dartmouth. And so she would have all of us 5 kids. This was before the age of seatbelts. I don't know if any of you remember that. Kate probably doesn't remember that. And so we would be in their Ford Country sedan, and Mom would take us to this, but she had to go over 2 sets of railroad tracks. And so she and we took great delight in hitting those railroad tracks at as high a speed as you can. And it was so fun. We would get airborne and bounce around in the car. I'm pretty sure the car left the road. I really am. And then one day, this car had a hole in the bottom of it that I guess it was a rust hole or something, but DJ, you remember this? Yeah. And us kids probably helped to make it bigger, but we took great delight in throwing things out this little hole as well.
Stuffing them and watching them.
Yeah, wadding up trash and throwing it out. And so one day Dad took the car in he took care of all the maintenance and everything on the car, and he took it in for maintenance, and they said, well, sir, I don't know if you know, but the suspension on this car is shot. I don't think we ever ratted Mom out on that. We did?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. But part of his undying love for Mom and us was tied to his love for the Lord. And he led all 5 of his kids to a really close relationship with the Lord. We all know the Lord and love the Lord, and it was really due to Mom and Dad. You know, it wasn't just Dad, it was Mom as well, day after day, you know, putting up with our knuckleheadness.
The jets,
Yeah, that the military jets from
Yeah, we
Air
love
Force.
them.
That's the sound of freedom,
It
right?
is the sign of freedom, yes it is.
Yeah. My dad told me that it's the sound of freedom. And we'll have to show you if you haven't seen it yet. But Mom found his Bible. It's this tattered, highlighted, written in Bible. Maybe you can just.
It's on the coffee table.
Okay. He had just this steadfast relationship with God that really made an impression on him. It wasn't just his talk; it was his walk. You know, and
the inscription of the Bible is for his birthday in 1982 from my mom. So that's, my mom gave that in tape.
Oh, it's-
A well-loved Bible.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
well loved Bible.
There's barely 2 molecules clinging to each other there. But he was really super special. Sorry. So just take me a second. But he didn't realize that. He just knew he was clay in the master's hands, that was being crafted into a Ming vase or vase, So he I don't think took any credit for himself, And he liked this quote from What About Bob, and I think this is how he felt. He felt like a rope on the Goodyear blimp, So I'm going to sum this up. Dad and I said these words from Psalm 1. I don't know if you remember anything out of Psalm, but it's special to me and to him, and it goes, blessed is the man who does not walk in the counsel of the wicked, or stand in the path of sinners, or sit in the seat of scoffers. For his delight is the law of the Lord, and in his law he meditates day and night. He is like a tree